For today's dish, we have some crispy, spicy fish fillets. Enjoy!
Alright, so the first thing you want to do is on medium-low heat, you want to bring some oil to heat. So by the time you put all your ingredients together, this should be ready. Excuse my son in the background, guys. You want to make sure you put enough because you are going to be deep frying your fillets. Alright, so that's good enough for me. Alright guys, so here I have some fresh fillets here, and I will link below or list in somewhere along the video what type of fillets these are. So I'm about to cut my fillets up now in squares. Keep in mind I'm using one hand, so you might not see me do everything with both my hands. The squares depend on how thick or how big you really want your fillets to be. I'll show you mine when I'm done. Alright, so I'm all done mine, and these are pretty much the sizes that I cut them into. So at least a good bite-sized portions, but you can cut yours up however way you like. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and wash these. Alright, so now that my fillets are nicely washed, I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle a half a teaspoon of salt all over these. I'm gonna add 2 teaspoons of paprika. Next, I'm adding 1 tablespoon of lemon juice. And lastly, I'm adding about a half a teaspoon of white ground pepper. And then you want to go ahead with your hands now, clean hands, and you want to just mix this in. You can drain off the excess water if there is any. And then I'm going to let these sit for about 5 to 10 minutes and just marinate in the mixture so that I can get deep in the fillets. So I'll see you guys. Okay, so in my bowl I have some all-purpose flour. And in my second bowl, I have some cornmeal mixed with cornstarch. Actually, but this recipe actually calls for corn flour. So if you have that, you can use that. If not, you can just improvise like I did. So what we're going to go ahead and do now is we're just going to go ahead and add our little mixture over to our flour mixture now. So make sure you add all of that. Next, I'm going to go ahead and add some red chili flakes. So you want to be careful how you add these because they're pretty hot. So you want to add according to the heat that you can handle. And then you want to just combine all of this together. Alright, so next I'm adding about a teaspoon of salt. Next, you want to gradually add your water. Gradually. You don't want your paste to be too thick. At the same time, you don't want it to be too thin. So you just want to gradually add it until you have a somewhat smooth paste. So you don't want it too sticky. Alright, so once I'm done that, my batter is pretty much good. So this is good enough for me. So what you want to do now is take your marinated fish and then you want to add them to your batter. Just dump them all right in there, pretty much. You could do a couple at a time if you don't want to overwhelm your plate. And then you just stir them around in there. Be sure to get this batter all over them. Alright, so once that is done and you check your oil to make sure it is hot enough. Mine is pretty hot. You want to go ahead and take one of your fish bites, one at a time. And then you want to deep fry them. You want to add them to your oil, just like that. And then you want to just let them deep fry. So once you're done, you just want to place them on a piece of paper towel so the excess oil can drain. And then you're pretty much ready to go. Enjoy! If I said that was it, I was just kidding. So next, in the frying pan, you want to just put a little bit of oil, not too much. That's just about good. And then you just want to let this heat on medium-low heat. Alright, so here I have some onions that I've chopped. And then I just cut them in half. So you can chop yours any size you want. But these are the size that I'll be using for mine. So once I've added my onions, I'm just going to spin these around. You want to make sure that your stove is pretty much turned down because you don't want these to burn. Alright, so here I have about a tablespoon of crushed garlic. And I'm just going to add that right into this and just saute these for a little bit. So next I'm going to add some more chili flakes, some more red chili flakes. And then I'm just going to mix this all up, and then I'm going to allow this to saute for a bit. But just before I do that, I'm just going to add a bit of salt. Alright, so now that my ingredients have sauteed a bit, I'm going to go ahead and add my crispy fillets right into that. And then you just want to gently now, so you just want to gently just toss it. So you can toss these around on your stove for about a minute, and then you can go ahead and serve them. Enjoy!
Alright friends, so that is the end of the dish. Be sure to try it out. It is very delicious. Thanks for watching.